Well, howdy, 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 everybody. Teresa here and
Brad.
on this cold day. Cold. So cold. So cold. It is January 14th, 2018, Sunday evening at 5:49 p.m.
Sunday.
And would you like to do the weather, Mr. Heide?
Give me a second.
Okay, Brad.
Okay. You know, when I looked at the weather earlier,
Yes.
it was only 4 degrees warmer here than it was in Casper, Wyoming.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Okay. In PANACEA, Florida, it is currently 53 degrees, a real feel of 53 degrees.
Really?
A high today of, 50 degrees, real feel 50, high of 53, low of 32, sunshine. And that's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. It was cold.
It was cold.
It was cold. You could tell last night all of a sudden the temperature started dropping. It was like,
Mm-hmm.
woo-wee, it's cold.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it is cold. You know, it was so cold I couldn't give a tinker damn. It was that cold. That's how cold it was.
That is extremely cold.
Anyway, see, Brad got off work last night and he made tacos. No, there was no we on it. He made tacos and we were going to watch a movie together, then we decided not to. I need to take some water pills, which meant I need to go in the bedroom, you know, closer to the toilet, because every couple of minutes, having to, you know, yeah. And because I was swollen up and I could tell, because even though my soup that we made is really good, I used canned tomatoes and stuff, and it's got a lot of sodium in it, and I could tell I was really swollen up. But I had a hard time sleeping last night. I finished a hat. Hold that.
I was really impressed with that.
I thought that hat was a cutie.
Mm-hmm. You've done good.
I do enjoy making my hair.
But you always done good.
Yeah. But anyway, so this is the adult size. I thought it turned out really cute.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So that'll be in the donation box for Wyoming. And I'm just working on some cross stitch. I'll work on tonight some. We really haven't done much today, being Sunday. And we went into town and needed to run a couple errands. And then we came home and took long naps. Very long naps.
Yeah.
And then tonight, Brad wants to have bacon and waffles. Not chicken and waffles. We still don't get this whole chicken and waffle thing.
No.
I even asked Linda about it. She don't get it either. What the frick? Why the chicken and the waffles? I could see the sausage in the waffles, the bacon in the waffles, but why the chicken in the waffles? If somebody could explain this to me. Oh, and little Rebecca Miller, she had her baby. It's her second child, a beautiful little girl.
Cool.
So, you know,
I even saw pictures.
Yeah, she's a cutie. I'm not going to show pictures because she's not my child and I don't have the permission, but she's a beautiful little girl. And, you know, so if you happen to know her or if she subscribes to your channel, you know, congratulate her, you know. And we really haven't done.
No, just trying to keep warm. I mean, it
is cold.
It still blows me away. I mean, you know, from us coming from the Great White North and turning into such wusses in just a couple years, you know.
You feel like you're freezing to death.
I know. Oh, I know.
And you're like, what?
Yeah. I mean, I used to be the one that would go ice fishing in sweatpants and a t-shirt.
Well, for a long time, you'd wear shorts year-round.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah. And right now, I think I've only worn shorts once in the last 2 weeks. Or at least shorts outside.
Yeah.
You know, so, yeah, I've turned into a wimp.
But, yeah, we just been kind of chillaxing today. We'll just stop at Taco Bell and get a couple of the craving boxes. I know. You guys are like, what? You just made tacos last night? I know, but that's just us.
No such thing as...
You know, it's $5 and you get, you know, you get a hard shell taco, you get a 5-layer burrito, and you get a...
cheesy gordita.
Cheesy gordita. And you get those cinnamon stick things.
Yeah.
And a drink for $5.
Yeah, that's...
So...
You know.
But yeah, that's all we really got going on. Just... You got anything to say?
But wait, there's more!
There is?
Yes, there is.
What?
What? You know, I can't not give away the secret.
Oh, okay, what's the secret?
The secret is...
Dun dun dun! Dun 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 dun! Dun.
One of the things we did was we went and looked at that trailer. And, I mean, when we saw it in probably its most rough state.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they're in the process of completely refurbishing it and everything. And we're going to take it.
Yep. Yep. So we found a place, you guys.
Yes.
Yes, we found a place in Crawfordville, right where we want it to be. It's a very nice... He's got like his own trailer park, but it's more spacious than that. And it's nice and quiet. But there's some kids in the park, and that's kind of neat because I love to hear kids and watch kids play.
And we're going to sell this effer. Yeah.
We're going to sell this effer after we get moved in and everything. He said we can park the RV there and stuff. So, you know. We're excited. It doesn't have washer dryer hookups, so we're still going to have to go to laundromat. That's not a big deal. That's not a big deal. You know, we've been doing it this long. And it's a 2-bedroom, 1 bath. You know, it's an older trailer. But, you know, after what we've been through, it seems like a friggin' palace, people. You know, if we can do this long in a 30-foot RV. You know, when you say a 30-foot RV, you can't use a good 5 feet of the RV. Yeah. Seriously.
Because of the driver's area.
So I would say that's at least 5 feet off of that. Yep. And so, you know, you're actually living in 25 feet. Yep. And, but if you can do it for this long, you can, you know, do it. And, like I said, they're painting it inside and out. They've painted most of it already inside, and they've got it all taped out off to paint the outside. It does have, we can have propane heater, but we're just going to stick with the electric heaters because we have enough of those. And they're going to put in a couple 8-window AC units, and we have another one, so there'll be an AC unit in each bedroom and then in the front room. And you know, they put in the stove and the fridge and, you know, have a full fridge, a full stove. We have a real oven. A real oven. Like I said, I haven't been able to bake anything in a real oven in over 2 years. I am so excited. Of course, you know, ask Brad Heide. What's the first thing that's going in that oven? Pizza. Pizza. So, but we are thrilled. I'm very excited. Yes, I mean, we don't have hardly any furniture. We're going to have to come up with the funds and buy a couple used beds, and like a vacuum. We're going to have to buy a coffee pot. You know, we don't do the Keurig or Keurig. Yeah, you know, I've never, you know, we've never been able to afford that or anything.
And it's just, I don't know.
Well, part of me would like to have one, but
would you?
Yeah, but it's expense to have one. So
see,
you know,
and I'm not the coffee hound you are.
Yeah.
And you know, it's like our doctor in Wyoming. He had a Keurig out in the waiting room, and I had a cup of that, and I wasn't that impressed.
Yeah, well, you had one at work too, didn't you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, so we're just gonna get a regular coffee pot. You know, we're gonna need to get like a vacuum, and shower curtains, that kind of stuff. And yeah, we're gonna need to get like a couple recliners down the road. Yeah. You know what we're actually specifically need when we move in that we're going to have to get are a couple of used beds and a shower curtain, which I already have that I put on my Amazon wish list so I know which kind I want.
Yep.
And the coffee pot. And the rest we can come up with, you know, go in the thrift store and stuff and get a couple recliners and that kind of stuff.
Yep.
You know, and then just kind of, you know, piece together. I think we have enough lamps.
Yeah.
I think we have enough fans, and I know we have enough heaters and stuff. So we're good there. We've got stuff in storage.
Yep.
That, you know, some of it you can't even remember. I'll be able to have my KitchenAid mixer back out, which, you know, I'm excited.
And one of the things you and I have both been really excited about is our electric fireplace.
Yeah, because, I mean, we didn't have it for very long. Well, maybe a year before we moved. And, you know, we like, I mean, I know it's hokey and stuff, but since I'm so allergic to wood smoke and stuff, even though we had a fireplace in the last house we had, we didn't use it. And a few times we used it, we used just the fire logs.
Yeah.
You know, but we really like that. And the heater space will be nice. And it'll be nice to have, even be able to hang up, like Brad has different paintings I've done for him that he's not able to really hang. Brad has, you know, some ornamental swords and stuff that, you know, he's got some different dragon pieces I've done for him between paintings and ceramics and that kind of stuff.
Yep.
You know, just being able to decorate again. I'm going to have to make curtains. And I'm going to make those. You know, I buy the fabric and then I'll be able to have the sewing machine out and I'll be able to sit there and sew those. You know, so we're just feel very blessed. I appreciate everybody that prayed so hard. It was really neat because some of you guys were texting me and just waiting and stuff. and stuff, especially Joe and her husband Bob and, of course, Linda. You know, and we feel so blessed. When it's meant to happen, it happens. It's just like we talked for over 10 years about wanting to move from Wyoming. And then it became more and more of that we were wanting to, and then because of health reasons and stuff also. But at the last minute is when it happened that we were able to get this RV. Before that, we were going to try and live in a tent. You know, and I think that, you know, God knew that that wasn't going to work, and, you know, not with the dogs and stuff and our health and stuff. But, you know, and then like that, it just happened when Brad got that job at Dollar General. And then it just happened when he got this job, you know. And originally we weren't going to be in this RV park. Originally we were going to be in another RV park. They decided at the last minute that they weren't going to let us have, at that time, the 4 dogs. And so then we ended up here, which was a much better move for us. And, you know, like with this trailer, Brad joined the one site for Wakulla County that I had not joined. I had joined a site that was for online, and he joined the other site that was just, and that was the only difference. And that's where he found, it was not even the trailer that we're getting, it was another trailer, but there was over 150 responses on that posting alone within just a short time. And then Brad went ahead and called him and was talking with him, and he said, well, but they had another one coming up that they weren't done, and that's the one we're getting. So, yeah, we're going to come up with the deposits when Brad gets paid the end of this week, and then the first of the month we'll be moving in, you know. And did I already tell him about the ACs? I think I told you guys about the ACs.
Yeah, 3 ACs.
Yeah, there'll be, because we have one that we'll put in Brad's room. Because we have separate bedrooms, and everybody can think what they like. It works out really well for us, and, you know, we love each other dearly, but we have very different sleeping habits and stuff, and, you know, each to his own, you know. dispute an almost 30-year marriage. That well, pretty soon we'll have been together for 30 years, and how many more days?
12 days.
12 days. So but anyway, so the landlord's going to put an AC in the front room and in the bigger bedroom, which is the one I will have. Brad wanted me to have that one because of all the craft stuff will go in there too. And then we'll put our little window AC in Brad's room. So, and it'll be nice. Brad will now be able to go to bed when he wants to, because, you know, his bed has been the pull-out couch, which is god-awful uncomfortable. You know, and we're just so excited.
Yep. And he said we can put in a dog run. We asked him about that. So he said we can build a dog run, and I was looking at Tractor Supply, and they have all the stuff I need, so we can build a fairly big dog run. I'm looking at 30 by 10, but we can build a fairly big, or a 30 by 10 dog run for about $150.
Yeah, and that'll be a 5-foot high one. That'll be high enough that Nixie can't jump it.
Yeah.
You know, we'll be able to do that right off the back steps. So we'll just be able to open up the back door and let the dogs out, and then bring them back in. And I'll still be able to have my screened-in canopy out there to do my artwork. And I like painting outside, and I'm gonna continue. He said we could have a small garden. He also said we could bring in a small shed if we wanted to. Down the road, we probably will do that, because that sure would be nice for Brad to be able to have, you know, some of the woodworking tools and stuff, you know, in there. And super, super nice guy. He's been doing this for 25 to 30 years. And, you know, we're kind of at a dead-end street, or in that park, dead-end road. So that's nice. We don't have anybody on one side of us. The other side is an old derelict trailer he's going to pull out and stuff. And you know, they take care of the yard work and stuff. And
so on the back side of us, we got a row of trees. There is one other trailer a little farther down, but it's on the other side. So we won't have neighbors on one side of us. And then the lots are pretty decent size, you know?
Yeah. And I don't know, what's like a 13 by 65 trailer, or maybe it's a 14 by 70?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's big enough for the two of us and our critters, and that's all we care about. You know, and if we can live there for a couple of years and save up money to get our own place, because we'd like to get a modular on a little bit of land, and you know, down the road and stuff. It's a starting point, and we're excited. And then when we sell the RV, then we're going to take part of the money and just save it, and then we're going to take, you know, we may use some of it to get some, you know, if we still need like a couple recliners. But then we're going to take part of it and get just an inexpensive used car, just a runabout Crawfordville car for me, so I can go to the laundromat, which is not very far away. There are two beautiful parks. There's one park we didn't even know existed, and it's nice. And then there's another park that's got this beautiful walking path, you know, that we see people walking on all the time. You know, like I said, Crawfordville is where you have the doctors and the dentists, and you know, we have the Walmart and the Dollar Tree. What more does anybody need? Walmart and a Dollar Tree, you know. And, you know, so, but, I mean, we haven't lived in a town with any amenities in
20 years.
20 years. This is going to be a real big treat, people, to not have to travel a half hour to just even buy, if you need something from a store. Because you don't live that way. That's part of the reason we always keep everything so stocked up, because it takes you a half hour one way to be able to get, like, say you needed more eggs or something. So, you know, it's going to be very nice. It'll be a little closer for Brad to work, and, you know, it'll be nice.
One of the things that I like is, you know, I've enjoyed living right on the coast.
Yeah.
But with the way the weather patterns, the way the weather patterns have been going. I mean, we've been here 2 years, and we've been through 3 hurricanes in 2 years.
Yeah.
So we're going to be a lot more inland, and we're not going to have to,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
But we're still half hour from the beach.
Yep.
Numerous lakes.
Mm-hmm.
Numerous different beaches and,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yep.
stuff. And, we didn't want to move in a real populated place.
No.
Not that there's anything wrong with it,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just not for us.
Yeah.
And we really didn't want to move down closer to Orlando. You know, just because we're not used to it. And
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're not, neither one of us are big city folk.
We just aren't. I mean, you know, Tallahassee isn't as overwhelming to us as like Denver. But still, it's a lot faster paced than we're used to anymore.
Yep.
And I don't know. We just kind of like the old country boy type setting. We're country folk. We're always going to be. We are not cityfied.
No.
And you're not going to get us cityfied. I mean, this is just the way we are.
Yep.
And, you know, I just want to be able to do my crafts. I want to be able to have my little sewing machine set up. You know, walk in my bedroom, have the sewing machine and stuff. And
you got a place to hang your clothes.
I know. I think we're going to have to get some hangers.
I think so, too.
I'm going to hang some of my clothes.
You're going to hang them?
I'm going to hang some of my shirts.
Holy smoke.
I know. Can you believe that? I'm going to hang some of my... I'm going to be hanging my shirts. Some of them. Some of them like this that I just wear around the house. No. But my getting to going out in the world shirts, I'm going to hang them up, honey. You know. And, but yeah, we're excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited little Mr. Man will be able to go to bed whenever he wants. Or, you know, some nights, you know, the back really hurts and he wants to stretch out. You know. And I think he's happy that the front room will be carpeted. I think he's happy about that because he likes to lay on the floor. He likes to lay on the floor. It feels good on his back. You know, of course, the dogs just love it. I can't wait to see Mr. Charlie's reaction and the other dogs to having more room. Some of the things we missed is Charlie not being able to really play in the RV because he loves to play tug of war with Brad. Now, he plays tug of war with me too, but he's a lot more gentle with me. You know, and that's one of the things, though, that he'll go get a toy, and he wants to play tug of war with Brad. Well, he hasn't really been able to do that.
Yep.
You know, and just a little funny things like that. I tell you what, like I said, being able to take a shower whenever we want, because I like to take showers very late at night. You know, like after midnight. Brad's already been in bed for, you know, a few hours and stuff. And that's one of the things I really enjoy doing. And I prefer to take my showers at night. And Brad prefers to take them in the, you know.
In the morning.
Yeah. And, you know, it's just going to be, I'm just so excited. I mean, you know, things that you guys don't realize goes on in RV life is, okay, say I want to bake a cake. And this oven we've never been able to figure out this oven. So we use a toaster oven. But to do that, we have to move something so the toaster oven can be on this shelf. But then you have to arrange it where you're not going to microwave anything or want to cook anything because that would take too much power, so you're going to trip the breakers. You know.
And we're in this is actually a 50 amp RV.
Yeah, but we're on 30.
Yeah, we're on 30, so we got to be real cautious on.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're running the AC, you need to turn the AC off in order to cook something. I mean, you know, you learn how to do it. We've adapted, but it sure would be nice. Like Brad was saying, you know, we could be cooking something on the stove and you could also be nuking something. And I'm like, what? What? You know, what are you talking about?
We can live like the city folks can.
I know. It's just amazing. So, yeah, we're just very excited, very, very, very blessed. My mind's a little blown because when Brad Heide decides that he's going to do something, he does it. He never promised me something that he can't do. And he said he was going to find us a place, because we had decided that if we didn't find a place by June, we were going to move down closer to Orlando. You know, not that we really wanted to, but if you couldn't find any housing in over 2 years of being here, and I don't even think it was 2 weeks.
Not even that.
Maybe not even a week.
Yeah.
Him looking, and bam. But he said, I promise you, we will not spend another summer in this RV park, in this RV. And I'm like, okay. And then I just put my trust in him and my trust in God. And
we're going to get out of this place.
So, yeah. That is the big news. I'm so excited, people. I'm so excited. I want to get my little fireplace out. There's my little fireplace. I usually put a nice little runner on the top of it, and then I put a few candles and stuff, and, you know, I'm very excited.
It's going to be cool.
Yeah, so that is our news, and
we're going to get out of this place.
Like I said, I just feel so blessed.
We're going to sell the effort.
Yeah. Like I said, don't take for granted where you live, and you know, I felt guilty for even complaining, because I know that other parts of the world, this would seem like a mansion. You know, when you see some of those videos of, like, open sewers right next to the little cardboard places these people have managed to put up that are all joined, you know, and they might have an old rug for a door, all sleeping on a pallet and sharing a bowl of rice, and you think, you know, how crazy is it that we all complain, you know, and I'm not one to keep up with the Joneses, so I don't really care what anybody thinks about us living in a trailer, because a lot of people do in this area. There's nothing wrong with it, you know, so, you know, each to their own. And I'm just so excited that I'm actually going to be able to make curtains for my home and think about how we want to decorate the walls, and have your personal effects all in one area.
Yeah.
That will be so nice. We'll probably go ahead and keep the storage unit for the month of February, because it'll take us a while to get everything situated and moved in, and then that'll be one more bill we won't be paying, and then we won't be paying full coverage on this RV anymore. So, you know, and then we'll be looking into renter's insurance, in case anybody was wondering. Yeah. So, anyway, that's our big news, and I hope everybody else is having a great day, because I know we are. And you gotta turn on some heat, though, honey. I'm getting really cold.
Yeah.
And it shows you, though, never to give up. There's one more thing I wanted to touch on real fast. Is one thing that really gets me is when you have people that consistently post, and I'm not labeling anybody, so please don't think I am. This is not anybody that watches me, actually. There's a couple different people on Facebook that consistently post how they wish they weren't alive, and that they wish that they could go to the doctor, and the doctor would give them a shot to just not be alive anymore. And I understand chronic pain as much as I can, because my husband lives with it. Yes, I have pain, but it's not like what my husband has with the back and stuff. You never hear him say that, though. And I understand being frustrated and being depressed and everything, but there's so many people that fight every day to live one more day, and then, you know, it's almost like a big pity party, and we all have our pity parties, okay? We all get in this little thing, but, you know, when it goes on for years, I really urge you to get some help. There's nothing wrong with saying, hey, I think I need some help, because being in so much pain, or being struggling with my health, is really getting to me. But, you know, to sit around and say you don't want to be alive and stuff, I mean, no, God doesn't create junk, and I don't care if you believe in God or not. I'm not trying to preach to you. I'm the last one to do that. But you're valuable to somebody. You know, and if you don't think you're valuable to anybody else, you're valuable to me. Or else we wouldn't be, you know, we wouldn't be friends. But, you know, it just really gets me because you know people that are fighting cancer, or maybe you're fighting MS, or maybe fighting whatever, and they struggle so hard. And you'll see them where they're still got a smile on their face, and they're just happy to be alive that day. You know. And I mean, when you lose somebody, you sit and you think you would give anything to have one more day with them. One more day with them.
Yep.
So, you know, like I said, I find that if I sit, I have my bouts where I'm in some severe pain. I guess I don't talk about it much. But Brad will tell you that there's many days that I struggle to even be able to stand up. And that's just the way life is. And that's why it's been important to me to be able to find a place where I could walk more and stuff. Or, you know, even be able to exercise more. And there's times I get very depressed about it, and I find it just helps to not sit and think about the amount of pain I'm in. To get busy doing something else, watching something funny on TV, listening to some music, listening to a recorded book or reading, and it helps you take the focus off the pain. You know, I have some severe arthritis and fibromyalgia, and you know, some other stuff. And I'm not saying that for anybody to feel sorry for me. It is what it is. We all come down with something if we get lucky enough to age. You know, but you can't give up.
Exactly.
You can't give up. My goal after we get moved is, yes, I want to do more walking, even around the little trailer park and stuff. You know, and build it up. I'm going to have my hernias repaired sometime this year because, you know, there's two of them and they've gotten bigger, and part of that is all the twisting and stuff you have to do in an RV.
Yeah.
You know, just even crawl back on your bed and stuff. So now that once we get settled and stuff, I'll be able to have that issue addressed and be able to recover. Remember, we talked about there's no way I could do it in an RV. You know, but don't give up. Don't give up and don't feed into the negative, because you get yourself into a pity party where you just hate your life so much that, you know, and I have to work hard on that because sometimes I really struggle. You guys know, even a couple weeks ago with the depression. You know, even a week ago. And I have to work hard on it. You know, but I find if I let myself go dark, as I say, it's kind of like a whirlpool effect. You know, you're getting sucked under. So, I mean, how do you handle your chronic pain? Because his pain is constant every day.
I guess,
like right now he's sitting with a heating pad on.
But it's not plugged in because we need the
Oh,
light.
yeah. Oh, yeah, though.
Yeah.
It feels really good right now. We'll plug it back in as we finish, sweetie.
You know, it's like my friend from Wyoming, Jay.
Yeah.
The guy that had both of his legs amputated.
Yeah, he had both. He was a double amputee on the legs.
He's a phenomenal athlete, and he got some disease.
Yeah.
And they had to amputate both of his legs.
Right.
And I have never met anybody so positive. And he went through all of that. He used to ride his bike all around town, and he went through all of that, and he always had a smile on his face. And I mean, Jay is just such a huge inspiration to me. I mean, you know, absolutely incredible. And I think with all the stuff that he went through, and he can keep a positive attitude, and he can build other people up. You know, I can.
What about your friend that passed away from MD?
Oh, yeah, John.
John.
Yeah, and John was another one. He had MD. He was
the first muscular dystrophy child from Wyoming. Poster child from
in the
Wyoming.
state of Wyoming.
Yeah.
And John was another one where he just, you know, as sick as he was, he
Yeah.
always had a smile, always had a positive attitude.
Oh yeah.
Never.
He was phenomenal.
Yeah. You know, and people like that that have every right to be really depressed, and they don't. You know, and they taught me that if I wake up, then it's got to be a good day.
Yep.
You know, if I'm looking at the grass from the green side, it's got to be a good day.
Look at a child with cancer
Uh-huh.
or any other kind of disease. They still are playing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're happy. You know, I mean, they're not always happy, but you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just wanted to kind of, you know, tell people not to give up.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
Not to give up and stuff, because, you know, your life will change, and you know, like with suicide and stuff, and I've gone down that path, and I've lost family members and friends, and so has Brad. But as dark as I thought it was 2 weeks ago, with being stuck in the RV, and it didn't look like, you know, we could find housing and stuff, to now. You know. And yeah, you know, we'll be honest, this trailer is
it's old.
It's old and it's a little rough. I mean, they're fixing it up, but it's still, you know, but it's clean and it's painted, and you know, I think Brad was surprised when we kind of had a code phrase to let each other know what we thought, and I really like it, and I said to Brad, I really like it, and he was kind of surprised but it's like we knew we had to jump on it. These go so fast and stuff that if we wanted it, and the time frame worked out with being able to come with a deposit and stuff. So, you know. And it was a pretty good price. So, from what we've seen around here, that, you know, so. Anyway, this is running really long, so I apologize. And 37 minutes.
Holy smoke.
No. Okay. Anyway, love you guys. And I do cherish your friendship so much. I did go and heart comments last night. And, remember, don't give up, and that we think you're awesome. And say bye, Brad.
Bye, Brad.
Bye, guys.